What it do, y'all? This your boy King Ed the Great, aka Rick Capo, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button for me. And what you hear in the background is from my man Able Beats. So what I want to talk about is the King T album, Thy Kingdom Come, and why I feel that it didn't live up to the hype. Now, first of all, let me be supposed to say that it was a good album. It was a good album, man. I mean, with King T and Dr. Dre, DJ Quick, I think Battle Cat had a beat up there. You can't really lose with that lineup, but check out what was going on around that time period. You had Dre going through that transitional period of his life. He had just left Death Row Records, so he was basically adapting a new sound with that Aftermath compilation. So therefore, those style of beats were basically on King T's album. So those beats didn't have that magical touch like it did in those Death Row days. It didn't have that punch. So keep in mind, this was transition. But it had some stuff up there. Like one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song up there, wasn't even done by Dre, as a matter of fact. It was the one that he did with Quick. And that's probably the coldest Quick beat I ever heard. Now, look at this song called Let's Make a V. And it features El DeBarge, Quick, Frost. And then they flipped the salsa part in the middle of the song and it went back to the Quick beat. Man, that joint was so incredible. That's probably the coldest Quick beat I ever heard. Then you have another song up here, which is the only collaboration of three of the hardest spitters. With him, which is King T, Cool G Rap, and Trey D. You can't get no bigger than that. So, what they should have done with marketing this album, they should have put the Quick song out first. Because that would have automatically make people want to run out and get that, because at that time, man, that joint was crazy. Then you want to get those East Coast heads, put the G Rap and Trey D joint as a second single. But at the time, Dre was in his funk. The album caught 3.5 source ratings in the source, mic ratings in the source. So they just shelved it because Dre felt it wasn't really up to par. And he's when it comes to his craft, Dre is very on point. He's a perfectionist to the T. And apparently this album didn't live up to his standards, so they just went ahead and shelved it. But King T and him remain friends to this day. King T was on, I think, Chronic 2001. They still do work together, so they still cool. But that's the story behind that, man. So still, it's a dope album, solid album. It wasn't Dr. Dre standards, which is why it was shelved. So that's the story behind that. So subscribe, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to Able Beats, which you just heard me talking over. Holla at your boy.